In the beginning, the Grain Mother created the valley and the fields. And in the fields she caused the ground to split open and wheat to shoot forth from the earth. And only when the land was thus consecrated did she from the dirt create the males and females who were to live in the valley. And they rejoiced and gave thanks, and all things were just so. And each year, with the appearance of the harvest moon, they made a sacrifice of thanks to the Grain Mother. And as long as the grain flowed in the blood and the blood flowed in the grain, all things were just so in the valley. And for hundreds of years, everything in the valley was just so, as the verses of the harvest were passed from generation to generation. Until one night, 12 years ago, when from the mouth of a great sacrifice a child was born. They named her Autumn. Because she was born in autumn and they didn't have any fucking imagination. But Autumn was sick, and Autumn was dying, and Autumn was in pain all the time, and it hurt so fucking much. And it hurt so much. And at first, Autumn fought it, and she began to compose her own verses, like the one you're listening to now, but as time went on, the pain got worse and worse until she just could not bear it anymore. And Autumn began to blaspheme, and to use vulgar language, because it made her feel a little bit better, and because, well, why fucking not? One day Autumn's father came to save her life, and everyone was so excited and everyone was so happy and everyone was so hopeful. Autumn didn't have the heart to tell them her deepest, darkest fucking secret. And so she told her dad instead. And he realised as she whispered in his ear that it had to come from him. He had to be the sacrifice. He had to be the one to break their hearts, because Autumn couldn't do it. Autumn couldn't bring herself to tell them that she didn't want to be fixed, that she was done, that she wanted it to end. She knew she wasn't going to live, and she was okay with that. So she whispered in her father's ear, "I don't want it. You can keep it." And as she looked deeply into his eyes, he understood. He understood that she meant it. He understood everything. They shared a perfect moment. Father and daughter, a perfect moment of human fucking understanding. He knew he had to be the villain to be the hero. And as Autumn went to sleep that night with the full intention of never waking up again, she hoped that the adults downstairs wouldn't do anything fucking stupid. Like fucking usual. No sleeps left.